Avatar Studios launched with a clear and ambitious roadmap for fans and investors, but behind the scenes, that plan has run into serious trouble. The entire production timeline is now in disarray, causing a cascade of delays that impacts everything from feature films to toy manufacturing. So today we break down absolutely everything coming up in the Avatar world, from the movies to the TV shows to the games and comics, and how this multi-year strategy is beginning to unravel from Avatar Studios. Let's begin with the Aang movie delay heard around the Four Nations. The highly anticipated animated sequel, officially titled Aang the Last Airbender, is now tentatively locked in for an October 9th release date in 2026. This marks its third public delay, a frustrating pattern for a fanbase eager for the gang's return to the big screen. In an official statement, Paramount has pointed to a significant capacity crunch at its key animation partners. The acclaimed Flying Bark Productions in Sydney, which handles the foundational layout animation, and then the world-renowned Studio Mir in Seoul, responsible for the painstaking work of cleanup and lighting. Industry analysts suggest that this crunch is a symptom of a larger, post-pandemic animation boom where demand for high-quality content has outstripped the available talent and resources. Despite the schedule shifts, the creative leadership remains steady. Director Lauren Montgomery, a veteran of the franchise, still helms the project, closely flanked by the original creators Michael DiMartino and Brian Konietzko, who serve as executive producers. Their ambitious vision relies on a complex hybrid animation pipeline. The process begins with character animation meticulously inked by hand, which is then scanned at an ultra-high resolution of 6K, and these traditional elements are then seamlessly integrated with cel-shaded, computer-generated models to create a stunning parallax depth effect, promising a visual experience that honors the original's aesthetics while pushing its cinematic potential. The updated voice roster, a source of major excitement, is now left waiting. It features K-pop star Eric Nam as the 24-year-old Avatar Aang, blockbuster heavyweight Dave Bautista as a formidable yet unnamed, combustion-bending warlord, and the return of Dion Kwon as a mature Toph. They're joined by Jessica Matten as Chief Katara, Roman Zaragoza as Councilman Sokka, and in a move celebrated by longtime fans, Dante Basco reprising his iconic role as Fire Lord Zuko. The true impact of this slip extends far beyond audience disappointment though. The modern blockbuster ecosystem is a fragile web of interdependent contracts, especially concerning toys and publishing. These deals hinge on precise film release windows to maximize marketing synergy, and Aang's move to Q4 of 2026, a massive delay, has directly resulted in the indefinite shelving of the two planned LEGO sets and the freezing of a major ride at the Nickelodeon Universe theme park. This disruption has single-handedly dragged down the projected licensing revenue for 2026 for Avatar Studios, turning a pillar of the expansion strategy into a significant financial liability. Let's just hope that this doesn't continue into the future. We definitely don't want to see Avatar Studios going broke. Now after that we have the Zuko solo film, which has now unfortunately drifted to 2027. The most immediate casualty of Aang's movie delay is the untitled Zuko-centric feature. It was originally slated to occupy the October 2026 slot that Aang's film has now claimed, forcing it to be bumped into the next calendar year. Trade publications and insider reports now cite spring 2027 as the most likely release date, albeit that's unconfirmed, and early storyboards reportedly depict a weary, middle-aged Fire Lord Zuko wrestling with the immense pressures of post-war diplomacy. Of course, we know from the comics with the Cranefish Town and all of that dispute. This is really concerning though, this delay, and we know that the film is said to explore the fragile peace which he helped build, with his girlfriend May serving as his sharp and insightful chief strategist. This premise hints at a more mature, politically charged narrative, a departure from pure action, but now has an even longer road to the screen. After that, Kyoshi in development limbo. Further down the troubled pipeline, the planned movie centered on the formidable Avatar Kyoshi remains in a state of active development limbo. While not officially shelved, its forward momentum appears to have stalled. Casting calls that circulated in 2023 sought performers who could command a 6-foot frame in mocap, suggesting a physically imposing portrayal for the belovedly uncompromising Avatar Kyoshi. However, the script has since undergone at least 2 major rewrites, a sign that the story team is struggling to lock down the narrative. Insiders describe the current version as a political thriller script, heavily influenced by classic wuxia action cinema, promising intricate choreography and high-stakes intrigue. No release window is officially set yet, but industry observers logically place it after the Zuko film, pushing its potential debut to 2028, or more realistically, even later. For fans of the Kyoshi novels, the film remains a distant, uncertain hope. If you're looking forward to this one, I'm sorry, but this one may never come out, and if it does, you're going to be waiting a while. Next up, we have the lone bright spot, Avatar: The Seven Havens. While the cinematic branch of Avatar Studios is in shambles, its first long-form animated series, Avatar: Seven Havens, looks remarkably healthy and represents a potential saving grace. The show is set 70 years after the conclusion of Legend of Korra, introducing the new era in an Earth Kingdom frontier laced with volatile spirit energy ley lines. The story follows 12-year-old twins Kavi and Kira, who scrape by in a struggling town. Their lives are upended when Kavi is revealed to be the next Avatar, while his sister Kira is branded a harbinger of ruin. Now, I should just say, these Kavi and Kira names are probably just code names, and their real names are probably Pave and Nisha, which I mentioned in a different video, which you can probably see on screen now. If you want more details about that, click on that video after this one. But the writers have pitched the show's distinctive tone as Mad Max meets Studio Ghibli, suggesting a unique blend of post-apocalyptic grit and enchanting spiritual beauty. The production details are as ambitious as the concept. The visual style aims to merge the crisp character outlines of Korra with the lush watercolor-inspired backgrounds synonymous with Studio Ghibli. Storyboards are being drawn digitally in Toon Boom Harmony, but a nod to classic techniques, key action sequences are hand-inked on paper and scanned at a full 6K resolution to be overlaid with custom film grain. This global production involves teams in the Philippines and Argentina who color time the complex spirit glow layers in real time through an innovative cloud-based workflow. The soundtrack is being recorded in parallel English and Korean sessions, blending traditional instruments like the gukin, morin kur, and samul nori for a truly unique soundscape. A recent internal rough cut of the pilot reportedly ran 36 minutes, forcing editors into the difficult position of trimming 9 minutes to fit a standard broadcast slot without losing key world-building vistas. While marketing materials still claim holiday 2025 debut on Paramount+, the fan-run Avatar Almanac tracker, known for its accuracy, now tips a more realistic February 2026 launch. If Seven Havens successfully lands, it could provide Paramount+ with the kind of significant subscriber lift and cultural buzz that Star Trek Discovery once delivered. If it misses the mark or is further delayed, investor patience for the entire Avatar Studios venture will probably wear dangerously thin. Next up, publishing surges while screens stall. In a striking contrast to the delays plaguing the animation pipeline, the franchise's publishing arm is thriving, keeping the flame alive with a slate of diverse and eagerly anticipated releases. This steady stream of content demonstrates that the appetite for the Four Nations is as strong as ever. We have The City of Echoes, 22nd of July 2025. This is a young adult mystery that follows a refugee named Jin navigating the complex post-war society of Ba Sing Se. With a hefty first print run of 150,000 copies, it's a major bet on the YA market. After that, The Beasts of the Four Nations. This one I'm not a fan of at all. It's a 128-page illustrated bestiary, a project once cancelled, but has been resurrected to immense fan demand. It has some pretty... let's just say none of the illustrations are coloured. They're all pretty much line art and not really polished. Look, it may be interesting to some people, but I wasn't too happy with it. After that, we have the official Avatar baking book, September 30, 2025. This is a quirky and accessible entry. This book features 60 recipes for treats ranging from the Komodo chicken pot pies to cactus juice sorbet, aiming for broad, family-friendly appeal. After that, we have The Relics of the Four Nations coming out on the 28th of October 2025. This is targeting the dedicated collector. This is a 16-page ephemera kit including high-quality replicas of in-universe items like the Pai Sho tiles and the nation's banners. After that is The Awakening of Roku, coming out the 14th of October 2025. Prolific author Randy Rebate delivers the finale to his popular duology, which drops the Fire Avatar into the midst of a terrifying spirit plague quarantine. Finally, we have the book Light It Up, coming out October 18, 2025. This is the first installment of the Bending Academy chapter book series, aiming to capture a younger audience, supported by ancillary stickers and paint with water tie-ins, scheduled for December. After that, graphic novels hit a wall. While books flourish, the graphic novel front has grown disturbingly quiet. The last long-form comic, Azula in the Spirit Temple, shipped the 31st of October 2023. Since then, there has been a complete silence. Publisher Dark Horse currently lists no new Avatar graphic novels for its 2025 schedule. This sudden halt is alarmingly reminiscent of the 2014 to 2017 content drought that left fans fearing for the future of the comics line. For a franchise that was kept alive and expanded for years through its graphic novels and comics, this sudden stop is a significant red flag and suggesting that artistic and writing resources are completely tied up in the delayed animated projects and the other print media projects. Tabletop games pick up some slack. As screen and comic fans wait, the tabletop gaming community is experiencing a renaissance. The Rebels and Refugees Quick Start for the official tabletop RPG released on the 15th of February 2025 and was a breakout success, hitting 500,000 downloads within weeks of its release. This demonstrated the massive underserved market for interactive storytelling in the Avatar world. Building on that success, the Voyage of Unity Premium Boxed campaign, set in the Roku era, smashed its Kickstarter funding goals in May. The campaign's success proves fans are willing to invest significant money, with an estimated delivery in September 2026, well ahead of the Zuko and Kyoshi films. Next up, cards and collectibles. The franchise's appeal continues to attract major players in the collectible games market, The Op is developing a cooperative deck-building game titled Aang's Destiny, which riffs on the highly successful mechanics of Hogwarts Battle. In an even more significant development, Wizards of the Coast is folding the IP into its global phenomenon Magic the Gathering. A Universes Beyond mini-set is scheduled for the 21st of November 2025, a detail that was gleaned from distributor spec sheets that is not yet public. This collaboration represents a massive vote of confidence from a gaming titan, leveraging Avatar's appeal to its huge built-in audience. After that, we have the ambitious AAA video game. Looking further into the future, Paramount Game Studios and Saber Interactive, known for their remakes, are deep in development on a truly ambitious AAA video game. The project is an open-world action RPG set thousands of years before the time of Avatar Aang, giving the developers immense creative freedom. Players will reportedly be able to master all 4 elements with a complex morality system that allows for pacifist or aggressive endings to quests. This promises the depth of player choice unseen in previous Avatar games. No launch window has been announced, but insiders expect a release no earlier than 2027 or 2028, positioning it as a long-term anchor for the franchise's next phase. Next, the live-action series sits in a separate bunker. It's crucial to note that Netflix's live-action remake of Avatar: The Last Airbender, which has been renewed through its 3rd and final season, operates entirely outside of the purview of Avatar Studios. It's a separate production managed by a different corporate entity with its own distinct pipeline and schedule. Paramount executives have been quick to insist that the myriad of delays plaguing their internal animation projects do not touch or influence the Netflix production in any way. While this insulates the live-action show from the current chaos, it also highlights a fractured brand strategy that could potentially confuse mainstream consumers. The merchandising maelstrom. The cascading delays have created a full-blown maelstrom for the merchandising partners. McFarlane's highly detailed 7-inch figures of the adult gang, designed for collectors, are on hold, awaiting final model sheets from the delayed Aang film. At a recent toy fair, Funko was forced to preview its upcoming 7 Havens Pop figures in blank, featureless white boxes, a stark visual metaphor to the state of the production. Similarly, Kotobukiya's premium Bishoujo statue of Katara has seen its release slip from Q1 to a distant Q4 2026. One frustrated licensing executive, speaking anonymously, described the situation as a spreadsheet fire, where her team spend more time updating release dates and managing retailer expectations than on actual creative development. Fandom friction and hype. Online, the dedicated fanbase swings wildly between the poles of excitement and despair. Reddit threads buzz with meticulous analysis of recipes from the upcoming cookbook, while adjacent threads are filled with long, anguished posts lamenting the film's delays. On TikTok, a trend has emerged where cosplayers stitch news headlines about the delays over videos of themselves in aging gang outfits, with some of these poignant clips hitting 3 million views in under 24 hours. Critics and veteran fans who once praised the detailed world-building of the Kyoshi novels now openly worry that the animation crew is pulling a blizzard, getting lost in perfecting technology and visuals, while the production schedule burns. Nickelodeon's own Consumer Insight survey from May 2024 offers a quantitative look at this friction. It shows that 42% of core fans are now officially concerned about the direction of the Avatar franchise. However, a crucial metric shows that only 8% feel ready to disengage completely. The loyalty is still there, but it is being tested. The barn door is wide open, but only if the herd is given a reason to return soon. And that leads us to the final section, what to watch next. As the dust settles, all eyes turn to a few key future events that will signal the true health of the 4 nations. CinemaCon 2026. This is the key convention for film exhibitions. If Paramount arrives without a compelling near-finished clip of the Aang movie to show, the industry will brace for a 4th and perhaps fatal delay. Voyage of the Unity shipping. The successful delivery of this high-end physical tabletop game in September 2026 will be a crucial test of fan appetite for the Roku-era stories before any screen project sets in, and that era is truly tested with mass appeal audiences. Dark Horse solicitations for 2026. The appearance of a new graphic novel trilogy in publisher solicitations would be the most hopeful sign of all. It would signal that the core art and story team is finally free from the feature film logjam and has the bandwidth to create again back in the comics scene. So that's absolutely everything happening in the Avatar universe in the near future. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. If you made it this far, drop a thank Mr. Roku in the comments down below.